Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time for a beer, I think. What do you think? Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Uinta Brewing, and they're out of Utah. This is their anniversary Barleywine Ale, guys. And this one has a date of 05/02/12, so we're about a year old on this one. And the alcohol on this one is 10.4% alcohol by volume on this one, guys. So they got all the information you need right here on the label. Like I said, they're out of Utah. American barley wine, 10.40 ABV. Food pairings for this beer, the cheeses are the sharp blue, the cheddar, your more pungent cheeses like Gorgonzola, Limburger. And it says the general is desserts. Man, that's the second time over the last week that the barley wine is a dessert type beer. I'm not into drinking something this big of alcohol with my desserts, so with that being said, I would say this goes good with your real strong dishes. I mean, game and grilled meat and steaks and chops and your really potent dishes that have a lot of taste and flavor. The glassware, the pint, becker, stein, the mug, the snifter. We were on a roll with the snifter beer. So I think I've been doing the snifter for the last week here. So all these bigger beers that I'm jerking out of the refrigerator are going into the snifters. When they get above 7-8%, that's a glass I like to use because it enhances the aromas, guys. The beer can be sold for extended periods, being that big. I mean, you can keep this beer 10 years, maybe even 20 years. So let's get the cap off this bad boy. I've been really impressed with their beers, and they make two different styles. Utah has some really strange laws out there, and some of the beers can be sold in the grocery stores that are 4% and lower, and the rest of them that are bigger ones like this one have to be sold in the specialty stores or the ABC stores from what I've read and heard, guys. So let's go down the center on this great big beer and see what it's about. See if we get us a head generated on this one. No floaties, not like the one yesterday from Stouts. That was horrible. Over into the light. It is a deep reddish brown color. I can see the bulb through there, but it is not perfectly clear. It is a subdued color. And I can see it, but it's not as clear as it normally is, guys. It's either got a severe chill haze on it or it's semi-cloudy. And with that aggressive pour, we got us a good finger head on that one. Looks pretty good in the glass. What do you think for a barley wine? Let's get a nose on it. Wow, this has a definite hop presence. Even though it's a year old, it is definitely a hop-forward barley wine. I'm getting a burnt caramel smell there. I'm getting a spicy hop aroma there, an earthy, spicy aroma. Maybe a little bit of pininess in there too. Very unique. Usually it's when I do a barley wine or taste of barley wine, it is a sweet, super sweet, caramelly, rich caramel taste and aromas to go with those kind of beers. And this one is definitely, even though it's a year old, it has a very hop-forward smell. Very impressed the hops have lasted this long, being in the fridge for a year now. I guess I would consider this a West Coast style barley wine. Wow, smells wonderful, guys. Let's give it a hit. Cheers, everybody. Yes, very pleasant. Definitely has a strong hop presence in this. Wow, I regret not having this when it was fresh. I didn't realize it was that hop forward. Very, very pleasant. I'm not getting any alcohol This is a very well-made beer. Now, I know that's going to change as it warms up because this is right out of the fridge. Wow. What an awesome made beer. Tastes like an 8%, maybe a 7.5%, 8% beer now that's cool. Very nice. I have not been disappointed by this brewery. They got their hat on right. They know what they're doing. Like I said, they do two different styles. They do a low ABV that can be sold in the grocery stores and stuff. For people that like to session some beers, I mean, the 4%ers, I mean, you can drink that almost like iced tea. And they still do these great big beers. And that's not some kind of Brewer's Reserve or a super hype beer where you got to stand in line or camp out overnight or pay $10 or $15 for a bottle of it. Very nice beer, guys. We're going to let this warm up, see what the flavors and aromas change in, and let the other half taste it, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. But I'm impressed with this, like I usually am with Uinta Brewery. Very nice beer. This is probably going to get an A, guys. Let's stick around and see what it is. Be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Got just to the left here. This is a very delicious beer. I have not been disappointed with Uinta. Like I said, they do two different versions. They do a low ABV beer that's in the grocery stores, and they do the bigger beers, which are sold in the alcohol stores or the ABC stores, what they call them here, but the liquor stores. So, final chug, guys. Wow, probably the hoppiest barley wine that I've ever tasted, and this has been setting for a year. I can just imagine what this tasted like fresh. Wow. If I see this again, I will pick it up, and I may even re-review this on a fresh bottle just to tell you how hoppy this is. Fresh, because a year later, it is still hop forward. Very tasty, very West Coast style for a barley wine. And of course, you know, it's warmed up and the alcohol is a little more prevalent than it was when it was cold, but nothing that deters or takes away from the beer, guys. It is awesome. Very tasty. I would definitely seek this out again. Guys, as far as I'm concerned, this is an awesome barley wine. I am going to give it a great grade. It's going to be a 9 out of 10. It's got all the information you need on the bottle. I could very easily give this a 10 beer for a barley wine. It is very tasty. But I'm going to give it the 9 out of 10. Rate Beer has this at 96 overall and 83 in the style. So I like that 96 numbers there. I kind of agree with that. And Beer Advocate comes up with the 86, which is in their good range. And the Brothers, which is also on Beer Advocate, say it's 90, which is an exceptional. So pretty good numbers for this beer. Definitely worth picking up. If you can get this beer or you've seen this beer, pick it up, give it a try, especially if you like the bigger beer like this. The 10.4% on this one, very tasty. Very, very tasty, guys. That being said, hit the like button if you like it. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. Join me then.